Welcome back to Tea Talks
with Meosha
and
Irina. Welcome back.
Today, we're... Maybe I shouldn't eat when I talk.
Maybe.
Since she doesn't like to announce subjects. Or would you like to?
I would like it that you announced this one because it came up with the topic. This is your topic.
Okay. Today, we want to talk about why most women are reluctant to males' attention. We'll elaborate so you'll understand what we mean by that. But basically, for example, from what I've experienced in my lifetime, or just how women respond to when they receive any kind of attention from a male counterpart, right?
Right.
We're talking in general because obviously times are changing and there's a lot of different kinds of relationships out there now.
Yep.
But we're talking in terms of men versus women just because we can relate to it. So we understand that there's more to it than just those dynamics, but we just specifically want to talk about those today. So, in my experience, have you experienced that? Have you experienced the discomfort when
a man gives me attention?
When men in general, not necessarily a particular man, but just like if you looked at your experience of receiving attention from men, like what I mean by like when you go out, right? And for example, you're just on your way to work or whatever, and somebody pays you a compliment or tries to talk to you, strike up a conversation. What is your initial reaction inside? Not what you're putting outward, but inside. Like what is your inner dialogue?
Well, it depends. Sometimes, okay, like I had a situation the other day. I was at the gas station. I go in to pay for my gas. And there was this guy that was outside on maybe one gas pump down for me, but he could see me. And I was pumping the gas, and I was putting information in there. I could see him looking at me, smiles, and he nods. And I'm like, I nod out of courtesy. Very nice. And while this is pumping, I go inside the store. Well, he comes inside and he's standing behind me, and I was like, kind of felt like this tension, like almost like he wants to say something, but he didn't say anything. But he just, instead of saying hello or how are you, he took the weirdo route.
Have you felt, obviously,
that was an example,
not scared for your life?
Not scared.
But I'm talking in terms of like, for example, protective, or like, I'm a woman, you're a man, I know your agenda, I need to tread lightly.
Well, yeah, of course.
To not give the wrong idea.
That's what I was taught by my mother. Thanks, Mom.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, why do we women automatically assume that just if somebody talks to us, there's an agenda?
Guys, I love you. I think that most guys, they don't start out with an agenda, but obviously if you're a woman and you're attractive,
that's their go-to. It's like, yeah, it's worth a try and see where it lands.
Yeah, I mean, I think most guys are like that. I don't think I have any straight friends of mine that are single guys that would not, they'll tell me that I was attractive or something.
Well, obviously, yes. Because, okay, so when
it starts with attraction. So what else, I mean, if you show them interest, then...
So, but what I'm saying is, what is considered interest? If you smiled, they think it's interest.
Yeah.
So where do you draw the line? Like, sometimes, a lot of men will say women are very aggressive, or they're, we can blur that out. But why? It's like they are conditioning us to be this way because, God forbid, we smile to their compliment.
Like, oh, yeah.
It's like, oh, yeah, I got her. She's in the back pocket, right?
Yeah.
Is it our imagination, or is that really so? Men, we're asking you a question because that's how you make us feel. Like, for example, when I talk about it with my husband, right? Here's his that view on this, right?
Of course.
He's like, if a woman gets out there and says, I want sex, she is not going to have to try hard at all.
Not at all. I agree.
10 out of 10 or 9 out of 10 will probably agree.
I agree with that.
And if a man goes out there and says, I want sex, he's
Slim
just...
picking.
If one agrees, that's going to be a celebration. And that's his view of men versus women in terms of attention.
Very true.
I don't necessarily agree with that.
I agree with that.
See, I guess I see the world through the eyes of an innocent child.
Oh, blush.
But seriously, I have that question out there to men. If you pay a woman a compliment and she smiles and receives it and says thank you and smiles, does that automatically make you think that maybe you have a shot?
I don't think it automatically makes them think that. I think it... Ooh, I just lost my...
I think that's what makes a woman uncomfortable, when men give her an attention. I mean, if she's single, fine, but if she's not and she receives that attention, then she has to think about, like, how do I respond in order to not come across as rude, but at the same time not to give any signal that, hey, I'm available. You know what I mean?
I agree. There's no right way. When you're attractive...
Sorry, that bugs me. Oh, no, that's yours.
That's my hair. Thank you for pulling my hair.
It's just out of place. But okay, anyway.
Go for it.
Back to... No.
No, so... There's no right or wrong way to go about it. There's no right way to be for a guy not to get attention. Like, to take your actions a certain way. Or
that's true. Sometimes you keep saying no till you're blue in the face and they still don't get it, right?
Yeah, I've had that situation too. So I guess it depends on the person.
No means yes to them.
Oh, no.
Or I don't know, keep trying.
I don't know. I'm not a guy, but from my experience, I've had a situation. I'll keep this nameless. And really good friend wanted to take me out, like, have fun. I believe in you can have guy friends as well, personally.
Yeah.
But there is a line with guy friends because I learned that for me. My guy friend and I were hanging out, shooting some pool. I think that's just what it was that night. And we were having fun, and we go to his house. He's like, when I come back to my house, like, chill, just talk. Hey, sit down. Let's talk. And then there's the arm thing. It's like that.
No.
And I was like...
Well, when he said...
were playing pool.
Come on, no,
we go from
wait.
pool to...
When he says, let's go back to my place,
we already were
cool.
at his house earlier that day.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
And so, again, those are just examples I'm just so there was another one, okay?
Anytime you go to a guy's house one-on-one, I feel like, especially, is it an evening?
It was morning time when I went over there the first time, and then
after the pool.
After the pool, it was like evening time. It was like
so
it's like 4 or 5.
It's safe to assume that he's gonna try to win you over. I'm just gonna say that.
Okay. Never thought that he was even interested in me. So that was for me.
How do you what?
We were just friends. I believe that we can have guy friends, but again, it's to a certain. Like, I've learned that I can't go to their house late at night. I've learned that I can't watch Netflix and chill late at night.
We all know what that means.
Actually, any time, unless it's like a group of friends. So,
but guys,
I've learned a lot.
She didn't know what YOLO meant either, so that's why.
Anywho.
No, but it's true. Like, no, I hear you.
It was very awkward.
And I guess in your situation, that's a little different because you are single.
Yeah.
So guys probably assume, well, she's single, I have a shot, right?
Guys, but I always say that I'm in relationships with certain people because I'm like, I'm not interested. Are you in a relationship? Yes, I am.
That's easy, yeah, because easier saying that than
saying no.
Why
and then it's like, why? And I'm like, oh, but you need a man to take care of you. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
So I digress. But there's no right or wrong way to go about it. It's just whoever you're dealing with, they're going to interpret it. Her case, I'm sure you get certain things. I remember one person in particular that
go on.
I will not say anybody's name, but you could say, oh, thank you so much, you're the best, emoji, heart, and the person will think something is deeper, like a deep connection, like, oh, wow, this is,
we're going to social media now.
it could be anything. Just like
no. Okay,
you know,
when social
that's
media,
communication.
With social media,
With,
I try to be
you have
even
to be
more
very,
so careful.
You know, emojis, a kissy face could mean romantic relationship.
Yeah, true.
I don't know.
It depends on. You have to have a relationship established. You have to know your boundaries with that person.
I don't know this guy that watches my film, but he says he loves me. I've never met in my life.
Okay, I'm talking about people we've met.
Okay, sure.
When you've met them in person, you can assess what kind of personality they have and where you stand in relationship to who they are to you.
Mm-hmm.
Because there are many layers to your relationship, right? They could be your friend, but they can also be your mentor, or they can be just your associate, or they could be your subordinate. So there's a lot of layers. And depending on where they stand and how you feel about them in person, you know, there's this chemistry exchange, and you know, I feel like a person knows, you know, there's the sixth sense that you get that you would know that the tension is either there or not. Some people can manage that tension.
Some people can.
Others cannot.
True.
Some people are just more open about it.
Yeah.
Which, it's okay. It's refreshing as long as you're respectful about it.
Yeah,
right?
if it's not like I agree.
So, yeah. I don't know where we're going with this.
No,
or if we've gotten anywhere.
Is there a right or wrong way? And basically,
no, like why we feel this way, why we feel awkward when man gives us attention. Probably because
we're told we've been conditioned to feel this way.
We've been conditioned, but then again, we've also been exposed to enough of the attention where it turns quickly on a dime the other direction when we kind of least expect it. Because we're just thinking we're being nice, right? But men take it as like, okay, full speed ahead.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you guys have it really hard. I feel bad for you. Because it's hard to figure out a woman.
Yeah,
That's what my husband tells me every day. I'm like, man, you've known me now for 11 years. You still haven't learned about me, like what my quirks are and whatever. He's like, no, you are unpredictable, and you're as unpredictable today as you were the day I met you. What? I'm a simple person. I'm an open book. At least that's what I think.
It's all in their head. No.
We're all mental. Women are going to kill me. They're like, how are you going to go and give us a bad rep?
Bus. Traitor.
Yeah. You know what? I embrace it.
Yes.
Yeah.
11 years is nothing if you think about it.
Well, it's nothing, but it's more than one day.
It takes a lifetime to actually know someone.
It's more than one date.
My dad, mom, again, I always bring this up. 37 years, they're still learning each other to this day.
Yeah.
So
that's the beauty about relationships.
Have fun. You have a lot more.
You never stop learning. Yes.
So anyway, but back to what you said, why we could, because we're conditioned, and that's what society tells women. I think we don't even know that we're conditioned. I think we just grow up to thinking that men are bad and they're just predators.
So how do you break
after
that?
You.
How do you break that? Or do you break that? Or do you kind of have that infinite dance of awkwardness until the day you die?
Well, for me, I just know how. Like, I think as a woman or as a sane person, let's take that title of a woman. As a sane person, I would just remember to carry myself in a way that is professional. So there will hopefully on my end that there's no miscommunication with man. But again, it depends on who you're dealing with. And I think most men are there, like you said, it's slim. It's not, they're not getting women are running up to most men like women are getting on a daily. We get men coming up to us on a daily, you know, hey, you're beautiful, oh my God, gorgeous, on a daily. Men, it's not as much. So that's why it's like, oh my God, I have some attention.
Men are not as much. Maybe it's close to none.
Or not. Maybe.
Do you ever come up to
none.
a guy, you're hot?
Maybe none. So when a woman shows them attention, it becomes like this desperate kind of, I like this. You know, wow, she's giving me some attention.
Yeah.
Because I don't get it on a regular.
You've done that.
That's what it is. What?
Like when you've seen somebody really hot, you've done that.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, heck yeah. I
You
think.
You stuck your head out of the window.
And
I'm
not saying let's get your. I want your information. If I want it, I'm gonna say, hey.
True.
I'm gonna actually say those things.
Yeah.
I can acknowledge someone who's gorgeous or someone's hot. You know
Yeah,
what I
there's
mean?
nothing wrong with that. I think it's a bold move on the woman's part.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do that. If I see someone that I think is like, whoa, I'll say, you're beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Man or woman, actually.
Absolutely, same. I agree.
Putting that out there. So there you have it, guys and gals.
Guys and gals. Hopefully that helps, and let us know, men. Like, why do you think that we feel this way?
Yeah, that'd be cool to see your
because I want
answers.
your perspective too.
Yeah.
You know, this is only just from what we know and what we see and what I deal with on a daily.
Yeah.
But I love you guys so much. You guys are awesome.
She does. She does. Well, this is it for today, guys. We gave you a lot to think about and interact with us about. So remember, the better it gets, the better it gets. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.